Relationship RX, Episode 1, The Connection. Welcome to Relationship RX, the audio series where we examine the prescriptions, the pain, the purpose, and the people who change our lives forever. I'm B, and this is the story of how two broken people found each other in one of the most unlikely places, and how one connection would change everything. This isn't a fairy tale. It's not perfect. It's raw. It's real. And today, we're taking you back to where it all began. I had just walked away from one of the most toxic relationships of my life. I was emotionally exhausted. I questioned my worth. I questioned love. I questioned whether God had forgotten about me. Some nights I'd cry myself to sleep. Other nights I'd pretend I was okay. One evening, I picked up the phone and got on the chat line, not looking for love, not looking for forever, just looking for someone to talk to, maybe play around. Meanwhile, hundreds of miles away, Jay had just been sentenced to 20 years in prison. Imagine that. 20 years. His whole future had just changed, but somehow, even inside prison walls, he still had access to a cell phone. Neither one of us knew that one phone call would begin the beginning of a story neither of us could have imagined. We started talking, and it felt different immediately. It wasn't forced. It wasn't fate. We laughed. We joked. Hours passed, but neither one of us wanted to hang up. Then something strange happened. We started discovering all the things we had in common. We were both from Florida, both born on the 11th. Both loved music. Both loved dancing. Both knew what it meant to hustle for a better life. Both loved cooking. Both had dreams that were bigger than our circumstances. The more we talked, the more it felt like we'd somehow known each other before. It didn't make sense, but neither did the peace we felt. The very first night, instead of ending the conversation, we prayed together. Not a rehearsed prayer, not a church performance, just two broken people talking to God. We prayed for healing, for peace, for protection, for purpose, for forgiveness, for strength. When we said amen, something shifted. The conversation wasn't just emotional anymore. It had become spiritual. Looking back, I believe God met both of us on that phone call. Not because we were perfect, but because we were willing. We kept talking, laughing, sharing dreams. Then it happened. Without thinking, Jay slipped. He said, "I love you." Neither one of us expected those words, especially not the very first night. He tried to laugh it off. "I didn't mean to say that," but it was already there. It was out there. I smiled, not because I believed in fairy tales, but because I knew those words weren't planned. Sometimes the heart speaks before the mind has permission. Neither one of us knew what tomorrow would bring, but something inside both of us knew this wasn't an ordinary conversation. As the days turned into weeks, people started noticing. Inside prison, nothing stays private. Some inmates couldn't understand why Jay was always smiling, why he was always on the phone, why he seemed hopeful. Jealousy started showing up. Some tried to discourage him. Some made jokes. Some questioned whether what we had was real. Others simply hated seeing someone else happy. But one thing we learned early: when something is meaningful, not everyone will celebrate it. Sometimes people attack what they secretly wish they had. We chose to keep talking, keep praying, keep believing.
Really, of trusting him that he...
Looking back now, I realize our story wasn't just about romance. It was about hope. Two people in completely different places. Prisons, different types of prisons. One behind bars, one trapped by emotional pain. Finding freedom through an unexpected connection. Was it easy? No. Would challenges come? Absolutely. Did we have any idea what was ahead? Not at all. But episode 1 isn't about how the story ends. It's about how it began. One phone call, one prayer, one unexpected I love you, and 2 lives that would never be the same. Thank you for listening to Relationship RX. If this episode reminded you that hope can find you in unexpected places, share it with someone who needs encouragement. Join us next time for episode 2, where the connection grows deeper, the challenges begin, and love is tested by distance, prison life, and the realities of building a relationship against all odds. Until then, remember, every relationship teaches us something, and healing is always possible.